Xbox gaming for life. Hello and welcome to the Roots Dudes Formula 1 World Championship 2017, Season 1. We're at round 5 in Barcelona at the Catalunya circuit. It's rained for the first time of the year, especially when the regulations are down. This could be challenging for the drivers. I'm not going to keep you long, so we're going to go straight into the race. It's going to be a wet one. Enjoy. Well, here we are, it's Barcelona, and one of those rainy days for the race today as the lights are about to go out.
Hold on to your hats here, Tad. This could get messy.
And they're off!
Tidy start by Rosaldo. How's Sniper doing?
Seems to be doing okay there, Dougie, as we've got Lethal chasing down these Mercedes on the pit exit there. Over to Toast here. A clean start from him. No damage as yet. He's got Kimi on his inside. Oh, a bit of a touching there and coming together with Massa as we see Lethal out wide on the tracks there, and he's past Massa. Massa's pulled. Toast finding some outside line there. His subtraction. He's past Massa. Strange that Massa lost control and must have had to take the brakes down.
Championship leader Lethal Snip. Oh, team radio there, giving him a bit of words of encouragement as he's chasing down Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, and it's what a weekend to have that coming here as well, Dougie, as we know the regulations have recently changed, and Sniper seem to be handling a bit of screeching from the tyres there as they're pulling uphill towards turn 9.
We believe Toast has just gone off the track, and there go the two Toro Rossos straight through. He's just lost it a bit there in turn 4. Coming round into turn 5, some tyre screeching there. Now he's pushing uphill.
Rosaldo here, Bottas in his rear wing there as he's coming down to Lukasha. Nice braking there as that he lights up the second sector purple. This will be his third lap if he gets it for fastest. His Delta looks good, although we know that those first twos are pretty much a given. The first person across the line always sets the fastest lap, and having the clean air out in front means that the second time round, not from a standing start, you're going to get fastest lap.
Yeah, of course you're going to get fastest lap second time, and around that first time, Tad. That's unforgivable. He's just gone wide there. Oh, but he's hooked that apex up on 16, and that's a really nice line through there. He looks like he's pushing. He does, and that's the hat trick. That's 3 in a row there. The Red Bull of ToastParabola is coming into the pits now. Quite early. He's going to have to run 11 laps on his next set of tyres. I imagine it'll only be a one-stop, as most teams will in these distance races.
The team are ready for him as he's coming in now. How quick will this be?
Go, go, go.
2.5 seconds. They are so fast these days, and so consistent as well. You see Toast down in 20th here. He's got a lot of catching up to do, but other people do have to pit as well.
No more scheduled pit stop.
On board with Lethal Sniper now, and this looks quite interesting. He's got Lewis Hamilton in his sights. We know Lewis Hamilton, 3-time world champion, is an absolute master in wet conditions. This is Lethal's first wet race of the year, so let's see how he gets on.
Yes, it would be quite a notch in his belt to defeat Hamilton here on this track, on these conditions. He is keeping close quarters as he's going into the chicanes at 13 and 14 and 15, sorry.
And if he gets a great exit here, he'll be right on the tail of Lewis going into the home straight. No DRS as it's wet out there.
Your pit window is now open.
Oh, he's really reeling him in here.
The Renault must have found some pace. He's right alongside.
Oh, he's got the inside line as well. What's going to happen?
He's right outside him. He's right outside. He's going to have the... No. Sniper closes the door. He shuts that door right in his face.
Whether that was a bit of skilled driving or that was just a bit of accidental skidding, Lethal Sniper has got past Lewis Hamilton there at turn 1, and oh, what an overtake. That was absolutely sublime to watch. Going around turn 4 here, a lot less G's in these conditions, nowhere near the 4 that they experienced for those 8 seconds during a dry race. He's around wide there. Will that give Hamilton a chance?
He's too far back now.
Yes, here's Toast. Folks on home straight here at 20th position. Quite a lot of cars in front of him. Let's see how he hooks up this lap though. There's been a lot said about this driver. He showed great promise in all of the testing sessions that he ran over the past couple of years, and he's really excelled in GP2 as well. He was a shoe-in to just slot straight into this car, and it doesn't seem to have fit him yet.
Yes, it's only early in the season, we know, and it's just that I think what it is with the high expectations, Lethal Sniper has just really excelled and has gone beyond what even Red Bull were calculating for the start of the season. I don't think Toast is doing bad, it's just his teammate is showing him up. And he comes into the pits at this moment.
Oh, and he's got Lewis Hamilton right behind him here. It's all going to depend on who gets the quickest stop, as those tyres look blistered at the front there. He really needed to get this change done, and he needs to get it done quickly. 2.5 seconds, but he's being held.
Go. You'll be racing on the exit.
Hamilton's gone through. They must have had a day they might stop in the Mercedes. Oh yes, what rotten luck for Sniper. He's just spent all that energy getting past, and now in the pits his team have cost him.
Oh, it's silver versus red at the moment as Bottas is really pushing going into turn 5. Oh, Rosaldo's had to... he's squeezing him on the inside there, and Bottas will have the bitter line on the way out. And he's off down the road, I believe.
Yes, it might be hard for Rosaldo to catch him now, as Bottas, with that Mercedes power and the way he's been driving recently, is going to be formidable to catch. With Lethal Sniper now, and he is resuming this battle with Lewis Hamilton. There are 7 laps to go here in Catalunya. It's still raining, and I don't see that letting up anytime soon. Sniper really pulling Hamilton in now, as he's hugging up these corners a lot better as he rocks into turn 7 here, and he rides those curbs. Yes, he rides them very well.
Aye, what a rider Sniper is. And he really hooks that apex up for turn 9, and that's really going to cost pull him some time, but Hamilton seems to be pulling away. What a master in the rain he is.
Yes, his karting history always reverts back to that, but Sniper lights the sector up purple.
Rosaldo pitting now, and this is going to be very interesting. He's coming in from first. He overtook Bottas as Bottas pitted on the last lap.
Yes, Bottas, I believe, looking at the times on the sheets here, will go past Rosaldo, but it's more about whether Hamilton and Sniper have caught up. What's gone on here?
3 round turn 16 now, and he's on the back straight. Oh, he's over the line, and he's going to come out ahead of Rosaldo quite clearly. It's going to be a task for him to catch as Lewis Hamilton lights it up purple. These last few laps could get very interesting, Tad.
Yes, we're on luck for the Ferrari this year, or should I say, some big mistakes have cost him, and that's probably why he's sitting in second place now. He really needs to tighten his game, and if he's going to catch Valtteri, he's got to hurry.
Ooh, harsh but fair there, Tad.
It's Sniper with Hamilton here. He's right on the rear of him. The Mercedes has the better power on the straights, but the rain has almost cancelled all of that, as this Red Bull is great with some downforce in those corners.
Rosaldo through the chicane at 15 there, and he's going to hook this up at 16. It looks the line he's going, and he's now chasing the Mercedes as well. Both Mercedes being hunted at this point.
Oh, and he goes fastest. And back with Sniper, who is closer to Hamilton than Rose was with Bottas. And down that straight, he's really pulling away. Oh, and he just cuts him off there. That's beautiful. Beautiful driving. Lethal has just found a line there that Hamilton can't cope with.
Lap 14 with Rosaldo. He's really after Bottas now as he crosses the line. This is no fastest lap, but he looks in a lot stronger position. Right in the slipstream. Sniper goes fastest there. He's tracking them as well. Rosaldo. Oh, great take, and he gave him room.
Sniper now just setting some really fast times down here as he's coming to the first turn at the end of the straight. A little bit of screeching from the tyres there, that's not going to help him on time. Running off that track and going a little wide. He's on and off the power. Hamilton is behind him now though, and he's put a bit of a gap between them, but they could lose that if he's not careful. He needs to keep on this racing line.
Less than 2 laps to go now. Rosaldo has passed Bottas, as we well know, on that previous lap. And as he's coming into turn 5, oh my word, and Valtteri's just gone through there. Oh, this could be curtains for Rosaldo. He's really not getting any luck. He's making too many mistakes. Oh, Toast now, who's been sitting outside the points for most of the race. He's done well to get up to 12th. He's got Nico Hülkenberg in his sights. Is he going to be able to reel him in?
Well, I think with the last few times that he's been lapping and the position that he finds himself in, I think he's going to struggle to get into the points. If he does, it will be very good. But he might even struggle to get past Hulkenberg in these conditions. His tyres are a lot older than the cars in front of him.
With Rizaldo now, he's chasing down Bottas. Bottas looks a wee bit away as they're coming around turn 3 and 4. Powering down into turn 5. Oh, he turned and the car just didn't respond. Oh, look, Lethal's right on his tail. This is going to be interesting for the last part of the lap.
Oh, you can really tell that Rizaldo is making mistakes, and this is what's costing him here. As Lethal's trying to make a move on the outside. Rizaldo just blocks that off. Lethal didn't want to risk it.
But here's the man who does that, and that's ToastParabola. Yes, he needs to really push here, get past Nico Hulkenberg, and then and he does. That's a great late braking. A lot of balls there as he gets around him, but that may have cost him getting into the Toro Rossos. As Lethal is all over the rear of Rizaldo here, going into the final pair of chicanes. Oh, long turn 12 here.
Yes, the long turn 12. Usually it's very timid, and then maximum power right at the end of the apex. Oh, lovely braking by Sniper there, but I think Rizaldo may have this just covered off. If he can get round the chicane unharmed, he should be powering down, as he's got more in the Ferrari than Sniper has himself.
Oh yes, I think that's the race over there, and we've got Valtteri obviously as the winner, Rizaldo second, and Sniper coming in third. It's a lot more exciting than it could have been the last few laps. So let's run that down. We've got Rizaldo coming in second place there in the Ferraris. Lethal Sniper in third.
Yes, that record keeps running itself and running itself. That's his 5th straight podium in his first 5 races of Formula 1. Something to look forward to, I think.
And coming down there in about 11th place, we believe, just inside the points, is ToastParabola. Unlucky for him, he couldn't get past those Toro Rossos.
Here are our podium drivers today after that excellent race. They've excelled here, as they so often do, and it's a well-deserved victory. Mercedes, then, are on top today.
Nicky, the Ferraris were strong today, but you guys held it together, and Valtteri's picked up his next win. He didn't put a foot wrong today and has done a great job. What do you think?
No, he did a perfect job. It was a real difficult race for him, and he did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong. The team performed fantastic. Therefore, we could beat the strong Ferraris.
That was the awesome Niki Lauda, as always. Always great to get a comment from him. Such a racing legend. So, what a race you've had there today. In the rain, Barcelona. Valtteri Bottas taking the win. Rizaldo coming in second. Sniper coming in third. And that's his 5th podium in a row here. And that's a record for someone so young and in their first rookie season in this sport. We're going to go over to Tad in the pen and then come back here to do some rundown on the championship standings. Over to you, Tad. Toast, 11th place this week, 1 outside the points. It looks like you could have done with a few more laps out there.
For sure, 1 or 2 more laps may have got me in the points. This week with the regulation change and the rain, I didn't quite have the car in the wind I needed to succeed. We've now got to continue to work hard to achieve our maximum and realise the potential that this team has.
Rizaldo, 2nd place is great, but you can't really be happy with this, can you? I know it's only 4 races in, but Australia, now here, and in Russia as well, the incident with Lethal on the first lap, you're getting a bit of a name for yourself.
Well, obviously I'm disappointed to be here with the 2nd place. It's a privilege for 2nd place, but disappointed when I threw it away with the last 2 laps there, turn 5. Overbraking and going wide into turn 5, I let Valtteri in on the penultimate lap, and then as I was catching him on the final lap, I did the same mistake, and that cost me the race. Very, very disappointed, but happy to finish above Lethal and pull some points back on him. But Valtteri is now top of the championship, and that's because of me today. If I'd have got my race win, who knows where I'd have been? A couple more points. Anything's possible. I'm just looking forward to the next race now. It's Monaco. It's a great race. It's going to be very, very hard, especially with the regulation changes. They suited me today, apart from the lockups. But yeah, look forward to Monaco. Hopefully I can finish the race. I never finished there before, so we see next week. But yes, concentrate, focus forward.
Lethal, how was the race for you today? A scrap with three-time world champion Lewis Hamilton, a king in the wet, and you held your own. You also nearly caught Ronaldo on the last lap.
It was a lot of fun, Tad. I was racing against a driver who I respect a lot and have watched since I was a kid. It's just amazing to be going toe to toe with him, to get the better of the Mercedes in these conditions. Fantastic, really made my day. Ronaldo is always good for a mistake, it seems. I tried to get round, but in these conditions, third was a sensible option that I decided to take. It's obviously Monaco next week, so I'm going to soak it all in and look forward to the next race.
Excellent. Valtteri's closed the gap to within 3 points now. Can you stay ahead in the championship?
I believe I can, and that's the focus going forward. Thanks, Tad.
Well, that was the drivers and a mixed reception there. It seems that the regulations, they seem to have brisked through it, and maybe there'll be further reductions as the season goes on. We're going to take a look at the standings now. And the race standings for today, as we know, it's Valtteri Bottas, Ronaldo and Sniper filling out the podium. And then we've got Hamilton, Raikkonen, Perez, Massa, Grosjean, Kvyat, and Sainz making up the top 10 point scorers. ToastParabola just outside in 11th, Hülkenberg and Massa making up the top 13. And we look over at the Constructors' table now, where Mercedes are ahead with 163 points. We've got Ferrari behind them with 127. That's 36 behind, but only 39 behind, 3 points behind Ferrari. 39 points behind Mercedes is the Red Bulls on 124 points. Then there's a massive gap between them three and the rest of the field, with the Force Indias propping up the also-rans with 34. Williams on 30 points, Haas with 21. Renault with 3, Toro Rosso with 3, and sadly the Honda-powered McLaren and Sauber scoring 0 points each. They are way off the pace and do not look good for the rest of this season. But here's what everybody's looking for. We've got a lethal Sniper out there leading the championship with 98 points there. 3 points behind him is Valtteri Bottas, who won today's race and is really closing that gap. Ronaldo, who's missed out on quite a few points here or there this season, is 29 behind in third. Behind him is Hamilton, and in fifth, the Iceman Kimi Räikkönen. Felipe Massa fills sixth, and ToastParabola on 26 points is currently seventh. We've got Roman Grosjean, Sergio Perez, Esteban Ocon, Nico Hülkenberg, and Carlos Sainz making up the top 13, although they're the only real point scorers. The rest of the table don't seem to have picked up anything yet on their travels. It's going to be interesting over the next few weeks to see what happens in the table and what happens to the drivers, as the regulations seem to be getting harder as the year goes on. We hope you join us next week again for round 6, where we'll be in Monaco. It's going to be a great race, but tune in for qualifying on Saturday, and until then, be excellent to one another. If you like these videos, subscribe, give me some likes, turn on your notifications. And if you didn't, thanks for stopping by. If you want me to commentate on any of your Xbox game clips, you give me a shout out at Sib1kenobi@gmail.com. That's SIB, the number 1, Kenobi @gmail.com.